Welcome back, everybody, to another Whatever Wednesday, the show I do each week where I talk about whatever I want to talk about, as well as send you off with some music recommendations to get you over the second half of the hump. But before that, what are we watching the first half down with? We're looking at Shiva India Pale Ale by Asheville Brewing Company. Now, as always, just the one, it is a school night. No housekeeping today, I'm going to get myself right into the music recommendations. If y'all watched the episode last week, I'll put a card up somewhere, link in the description, whatever. I had said that I wanted to close out March, which is Women's History Month, by recommending solely female artists. Female artists, female bands, or bands that are female-led, meaning there's guys in the group, but it's female who is the lead of the band. Last week I gave you 5. This week you're getting the last 5. And yeah, I just want to get right to it. And also, as always, in case you're new here, every song that I list is going to be down in the description, a link to the song that I'm recommending on a YouTube video, so you can check it out for yourself, nice and easy. First up is a band called the Mysterines, not to be confused with Listerine, although both are fresh. I'm leaving it in, whatever. Anyway, yeah, the Mysterines, and the song is Love Is Not Enough. They are a 4-piece band from Liverpool, with Leah Metcalf at the helm of it. The song reminds me of good old alternative rock from the early 2000s. Think of the time when you had bands like The Killers or The Strokes kind of dominating alternative rock. It doesn't sound exactly like that, but it does remind me of that era, like that it could have come out at that time. Hopefully that gives you a good sense of what it will sound like. Second suggestion here, we have Katie Pruitt, and the name of the song is My Mind's a Ship, in parentheses, That's Going Down. What a title, and what a song. This song it's singer-songwriter, country-ish, that's what it reminds me of, southern folk. A lot of ways it's music that I typically don't think I'd be into, but her voice is gorgeously emotional, and the lyrics are hypnotic and very relatable, and the first time I heard it, I really enjoyed it. If you want a nice soft song that's emotional and sad, but also kind of sweet, for sure, give this one a check out. Especially if you like country folk type of music. This is definitely gonna be up your alley. Next up we have a band called The Regrets, and the song is Fog. You might know The Regrets because I feel like they've been featured on YouTube a couple times. That's where I found them. They were recommended to me on my YouTube feed as music to look into, and I looked into them and I liked them quite a bit. The website describes them as perfectly imperfect. The Regrets write songs that proudly bear a brazen and unabashed attitude in the vein of acts Courtney Barnett and Karen O, with a pop aesthetic reminiscent of the 50s and 60s act a la The Temptations or Buddy Holly. That's pretty accurate. It is a 4-piece from Los Angeles. Let me see if I can go ahead and get your members' names here. Members consisting of Lydia Knight, Janessa Gariano, Brooke Dixon, and Drew Thompson. Genres listed on the Wikipedia article are punk rock, riot girl, garage pop, and garage punk. I think that should give you a pretty good idea of what they sound like. All right, fourth up, we're blazing through here. It's a song called Stay Up by Emily Wells. I've been a big fan of Emily Wells since 2008. I'll never forget the first time I heard the Symphonies album. It blew my mind. Blending orchestral arrangements with her own style of presentation and songwriting that teeters somewhere on the edge between hip-hop and opera. It's definitely not rock music, but it's interesting and it's smartly done. The song Stay Up is off of her latest LP, and I think it encapsulates everything that I think is amazing about Emily Wells as an artist. Her style is definitely her own, and I certainly appreciate her for it. Please look up Emily Wells. She needs way more love than she already has, because she's fantastic. All right, fifth, last but most certainly not least, in fact, this is one of my favorites of the whole list. It's a bit of a background story to this band. If you remember, back in the first ever Wednesday show I did, I had mentioned that I had been to a Weezer concert. And what an odd experience that was, because there were so many different people from so many different types of people, depending on which era of Weezer that they grew up on that they liked. Well, the opener for that show was a little band out of Orlando called The Pauses, headed by Tierney Tuff. Now, I had not heard of the band up to that point. I looked them up because they were opening for Weezer, and became a big fan right away. In fact, before the show, we're walking around the merch tables, and there's the merch stand for The Pauses, and was it her grandparents? I think it was her parents. I think it was her legit parents. Either her parents or grandparents. I don't quite remember. Sorry. But they were the ones running the merch stand, and we got a shirt, we got a bag, we got a button, and they were just the nicest people. So I assume Tierney's probably a pretty nice person as well. Anyway, the song that I'm recommending is Eventually Everything Connects. It starts off with some sort of like chiptune progression that just persists throughout the entire song, and then it becomes like garage rocky, but it's not your typical type of garage rock. There's a quirk and charm and wit to the way that the song is assembled. It's really hard not to enjoy, and the whole album is like this. The whole album is called Unbuilding. Oh, actually, hold on. There we go. I got this bad boy on vinyl. That's how much I dug it. So please definitely check out this song, but go check out the entire album. And go show the Pauses some love. They are a hugely underrated band, and they have to blow up. They're too good. They're too good not to blow up. All right, and there we go. That's another 5 music recommendations. I hope you enjoyed those. I hope you dig the songs. If you like any of the music that I recommended, go ahead and click the like button on the video. If you like any music recommendations, then you may as well subscribe because we're going to be doing this every week. As always, don't share this video. If you like any of the music that you heard, share the music. Share the artist. Go follow them on their social medias, all the stuff. Show them the love. They're the ones doing the work. I'm just talking about it. Patreon and all that down below, blah, 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 blah. I hope you all have a good rest of your week. And if I don't have a video up on Friday or Monday, then at the very least, I will see all of you next Wednesday. Stay cool. Cheers, y'all.